how'd you get into the self app? Like you said, you were working out and stuff. You were even doing influencer stuff. I remember, and
Yeah.
then you got into the self app because of what? Like that. It was an interesting story. I want to make sure people understand how you got to this idea, because that's a big thing about entrepreneurship, right? We get ideas every day, but what makes you take that step and say, "I'm actually going to do this"?
What's up, guys? My name is Milan. Welcome to the second episode of Life with Don. And in this episode, I'm having an interview with Miguel Sanchez. He is the CEO of Mass Ideation. I thought it was perfect to have an interview with him discussing the self platform because he is always on to newest technologies. He loves AI, and that is the premise of our whole app. So I thought it was only appropriate to have an interview with him. Next segment of the interview, I'm explaining what made me start the self platform in the first place. So let's look on.
I like the aha moment, like I do it myself every day. I like the reward feeling that I get when I actually accomplish something. So I just felt like it was needed. I felt like the world is missing that. People work hard every day and sometimes fail, but even that process of working, you still grew. So I wanted to create something where people will get rewarded while they're growing, whether it's any type of wellness. For me, I think wellness is all aspects. It's not just health, it's your mind, it's dealing with your soul, it's dealing with yourself in general, like growing yourself. So I wanted to build a system to make people feel good about themselves as they're going through the journey in life.
So it's kind of, if you basically gamified helping yourself, right? Like because
Pretty
right,
much.
if I work out right now, nobody gives me anything, right? But this system will reward me, and that's just a relationship between me and the system. Nobody else has to know, but it does reward me, and it may help my habit, right?
Yeah, for example, you understand APIs and AI. So what we did is we started connecting to school portals, wearable devices, and we provide, transits of astrology. So that's the mind, body, soul spectrum.
Self app will be the home of all of your wellness and progress that you have in your journey of life. We are going to be your database, but as well as your reward system. So we will be rewarding you on all the progress that you have, but we will also keep track of all that progress. So when, let's say, you are going to a doctor or need to visit a doctor, we'll have all your habits, your eating habits, your diet, your vitals, of everything that you need to take to that doctor to really make that doctor understand what may be going on with you and how healthy you are at that moment. The cool part about the gamification of our platform is that we can always expand into new uses. This is a beta of our app today, but we are going to be expanding it. We are going to be listening to your opinions and everything that you guys would want in this app. We will take in consideration and we will build for you. So this is not a platform for us, this is a platform for you.
Yeah, I love the idea. So also, because I remember I know about the idea for a while, but mind, body, and soul.
Yep.
Explain that, because I think, of course, you hear those words, but what do you and your app do for the mind specifically, then the body, and then the soul?
Yeah. So our goal for this whole platform is to be like the overall representation of wellness. So our coin will be the representation of wellness. So when we're saying mind, body, and soul, we're just going to help you gain in those three areas. So that's basically yourself. So in your mind, if you're learning something new, if you're in college, if you're in elementary school, you're in trade school, all these different things will be able to connect to our platform, and then we'll reward you each time that you're learning something. We'll even go as far as if you take a master class or if you had a course, anything like that, we will reward people for that, because we're saying you're trying to
Better yourself.
broaden your horizon and better yourself in your knowledge, and same thing goes with the body. So now the body's a little more complicated because what we did is we also partnered with Burst IQ, which is our blockchain solution. And if you know any startups and in the health community that want to use Burst IQ, they're a great company to use. They love startups, but what they do is they created a research foundry, and that research foundry basically is connected with doctors, universities, scientists, and they always are working on solutions for different things. Specifically right now it's COVID, so they have this research foundry. They have a bunch of startups in that community helping COVID. So for us,
What was the name of the company again? What is it called?
It's called Burst IQ.
Burst IQ.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
what we're doing with Burst IQ is, we're connecting to all the wearable devices. So Fitbit, Apple Watch, all these different things. So we're able to gain, I would say, temperatures, all the vitals from your heart rate to your blood pressure and things like that. And we can
And
actually,
Burst gives you that data as a startup.
yeah, and Burst IQ will hold that data in their blockchain, and that data will be protected. So now, if the user on our side opts in, that data will be sent to Burst IQ, and then it will be used for greater research. So that's where, if we were released right now, we would be a great solution for COVID, because we would have been able to actually specify where these areas are bad. So we would have said, okay, New York is dealing with this because we have all these people dealing with a temperature this high. So we would have knew right away. We don't sell the data; it's just used for those purposes.
Remember, this is just the beta form of the app, so we are looking to expand this to so many different areas of your lives and to make every part of your life some type of gamification that we can reward on and have you guys improve on. This concludes the second episode of Life for Don. If you guys want to see more episodes, please subscribe, and I'll always be releasing a new episode every week. If you would like to see the rest of this interview, I will be putting a link in the comments and also in the description, so you guys can click the link at any time and watch the full hour of this interview. Until next time, guys, peace.